Hey guys, Undaimo here for Zero Clock Gaming. So I made a video before about the Xbox One, PlayStation 4 and the Wii U, about now that information on all of them is out, what the opinion is, what they all are, comparing them to themselves and also the previous generation for them. Never upload that video, I'm not going to now. I'm making this video now because E3 is going on and we just had the Xbox press conference. Currently I'm actually waiting for the EA press conference to start, Electronic Arts, which will start in a little over 10 minutes. So I want to talk a bit about the Xbox One. The press conference we had way before E3, about a month before it, was quite horrendous. It put a lot of people off, and I think rightly so. The problems that the Xbox One has still stand, not the least of which is of course the name, which is frankly terrible, Xbox One. It's the most confusing thing ever. If you don't know why, it's not the first Xbox, it's not the one, it's not number one of the Xbox. There was an Xbox One, and the problem is that with the 360, the Xbox 360, people usually refer, or a lot of times refer to the Xbox 360 as the Xbox. I'm playing Halo 4 on the Xbox. Instead of saying 360 or Xbox 360. So when people talk about the other Xbox, the before one, you talk about either the original Xbox or the Xbox One. And apparently we can't do that anymore because the new Xbox is called Xbox One. It's like they're purposely trolling. Anyway, so we had the original press conference showed a lot of bad signs about it. We later on got even more information that didn't really look good. Just to throw something out there, it seemingly only has an HDMI out weight connected to a television. And because it plays Blu-rays, that HDMI connection is HDCP protected. That means you cannot, with 99% of the capture cards, capture footage from it. It's still possible to do to put footage on YouTube though, because they have a built-in sort of editing program, a built-in uploading program, and they also have a partnership with Twitch TV, which is great. Definitely got an advantage on Sony there, who has a deal going with Ustream, which of course is a lot less popular than Twitch TV. Probably they have Ustream because I think Microsoft at that point already flirted a bit with Twitch, so Sony probably couldn't get that. But yeah, that's a good thing about Microsoft. They did well by partnering up with Twitch. But yeah, it's still a problem, I think, if you make videos that you cannot capture from the console and put that footage in your editing program of choice, Sony Vegas or Premiere Pro from Adobe, and then edit in whatever you want. You are completely restricted by whatever the Xbox One allows you to do, and then upload it from there. That's a little bit lame. But the Xbox did, while not really redeem itself because all those negative points on it still stand, it did show us a bunch of games, of which a bunch of them are exclusive, and I have to say, in my honest opinion, the games looked really, really nice. Rise, something Rome, is in a Roman time period. You play some sort of general, I guess. It's very open. It's a hack and slash game, third person. And it's extremely obviously inspired by the 300 movie. Your character has the same gruff voice, only this time you're not Spartans, you're Romans. But it's very much so. Even in the combat you have these quick time events where everything goes slow motion and you slice someone's head off, and very much like 300. But yeah, that looked awesome. We saw Dead Rising 3 exclusive to the Xbox One at this point. Hopefully there will be a PC version later, but that looked awesome. The Witcher 3, awesome, not exclusive, but freaking good. Titanfall, the new game from Respawn Entertainment, the team that used to be Infinity Ward. They all moved away, of course, and started Respawn Entertainment. Everyone who now works at Infinity Ward pretty much has nothing to do with the titles that we love, that people love from Infinity Ward, like Call of Duty Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2. The people who are currently at Infinity Ward have nothing really to do with those titles. So the original makers of those games moved on to make the game Titanfall, which is a bit of a leap. It's still very Call of Duty influence. You can still see it's Call of Duty, but you now have mechs in the game, and so it's a bit more like Battlefield 2142. If you ever played that with the giant Titan robots, it's kind of like that, but the robots are pretty maneuverable. They are pretty smart. You can leave them and it will shoot on its own. It's cool. It looks really nice. I'm I'm not saying I will buy them first hand, but it looks good. I'm pleasantly surprised by the way it looks. We saw Battlefield 4, not too impressed by that tech demo. It's looked alright. I love Battlefield 3, but this doesn't really look like that much of an improvement on it. It looked alright. What else did we see? Killer Instinct, yeah, new fighting game, good stuff. They talked a lot about integration with smart glass, which I don't really give a shit about. I don't think many do. They laid out Forza. Forza graphically looked alright, alright enough for a next gen title, but the most interesting thing is that the Drivatar, which of course was already introduced in the original Forza, now plays a much bigger role, which means that if you play online against your friends and you want to race, and your friends are not online, you will race against their trained Drivatar, which will be very much like driving against them, because the Drivatar is completely based on their driving style. So a very good idea. So yeah, EA in a bit, I'm looking forward to it, but I'm just saying the Xbox, it still has the problems it has, and I really do think people should really think about that before purchasing this console, with the limitations on trading in games, the limitations on bringing games to a friend and playing it there, the limitation of giving a game away, a lot of limitations there that I think you should really, it's, as Angry Joe would say, vote with your, or does Angry Joe say that? I think Angry Joe says that, vote with your wallet. You have the power to say what you want. I think the vast majority of people, though, like the vast majority, don't give a shit. They won't look at this video, they won't look at the E3 videos. They just see a new Xbox lying in the store and a new Call of Duty and or FIFA or Madden, and that's what they will buy and that's what they will play. So yeah, I don't think so. Microsoft will suffer much. Another thing I would say is that Microsoft apparently has an exclusive deal now with Battlefield 4 to get the new map packs first, before the PC and the PlayStation 4 and whatever else it might come on. And they also have the same deal for Call of Duty, I think. And they have Titanfall, the ones from the Infinity Ward employees, I think was exclusive, very expensive exclusive deal, but I think it was exclusive. And apart from that, they will also get a new Halo. So everyone the whole first-person shooter crowd who plays first-person shooters on a console really has little choice. Like, Xbox One is really the console you want to go to, and that must sting for Sony. I'm not saying, like, I like Sony, I love Sony, probably even more. I respect the PlayStation 3 probably more as a device than the Xbox 360. I'm not much of a console gamer myself. I'm fine with consoles. I have a few consoles, but PC is really it for me. But I'm just saying that for this, it seems like a win for the Xbox. The shooters are in their court. They have sports in their court, Madden and stuff, which a lot of people don't give a shit about, and a lot of people really do give a shit about, pretty much solely give a shit about. That is in their court. The partnership with Twitch, in a lot of areas, Microsoft has done well there for themselves in securing a proper user base, probably, in the end. Bit of a blow was the price tag, $500 / 500 euros / 420 pounds. If you're from Europe like I am, that's a big pile of bullshit. Because if you don't know it yet, if you do the currency switch right now, $500 is 377 euros. 377. That's the same value. $500. 377 euros. Yes, we have to pay 500 euros. And 500 euros and 420 pounds is about the same. The pounds is a little cheaper. I think it was like 493, so it's neglectable. It's about the same price, but America gets it way cheaper. It's still a bit of a hard pill to swallow. It's expensive. Michael Pachter predicted it to be under the 400. For both the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox 360, Xbox One, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. I already said to my friends that will not happen, although I did not expect 500 euros. I expected it to be underneath that. And now, of course, it's interesting to see what the PlayStation 4 will cost. Personally, I think it will be about 450, maybe a little bit over that. I think it will be cheaper than the Xbox. The thing is, the Xbox ships with Kinect. You get the object with the console. You can't use the console without that Kinect. You have to have that. And so I think like base console 400 plus Kinect 100, 500 eventual price. And I think for the PlayStation 4 you have to consider it doesn't have to deal with Kinect, so that's not that money. But on the other hand, it uses GDDR5 memory and 8 gigabytes of it. 8 gigabytes of GDDR5 memory, which is way more expensive than what the Xbox uses. So that probably means that, you know, base price Xbox 400, base price PlayStation 4 will probably be 450, if not a bit more. That's what I'm guessing here, but we'll see when that event comes around pretty soon. Anyway, yeah, a little update. Xbox doing well. You know, a lot of things that gamers frown upon, a lot of things that are very much corporate bullshit, but on the other hand, they have secured a lot of proper game titles. The games look good. We have to see, of course, eventually how it all turns out, because this is all E3, you know, press hype material. But yeah, you know, it's semi-redeemed itself there, the console. And I'm gonna stop now because I want to see the EA thing. Probably will be a bunch of sports, which I don't give a shit about, but maybe some more information on some titles I do give a shit about, like Battlefield 4, and, well, who knows, we'll see.